Dude, those are really nice colors on you. Like browns and tans.
Thank you. I used to be so self-conscious of wearing browns. I don't know why.
Really?
I don't know why.
I think I was too. I feel like it made me look too professional when I didn't want to be.
That's how I felt too, but honestly, it's a nice color.
Dude, the other day I tried color coordinating my closet because I was bored. Mm-hmm. So I was like, I'm just going to organize everything. Mm-hmm. I only have brown and green. Like, really? I don't have any other variety of color in my closet. So I'm trying to add.
For some reason, I used to be like so embarrassed to be like too colorful. Mm-hmm. And sometimes, you know, there are some colors where I'm like, oh, I don't really want to stand out like that, you know? So I had a lot of black in my closet. And so slowly I was like, no, I need to start adding like more color. I was so scared to wear white. Like anything like that was like more. I bought this dress that's white, but it has blue flowers on it. And I have other white dresses that have like flowers on it. And I'm trying to like be more open, more colorful.
Yep. I get it. I need to do that over the summer. Mm-hmm. I think I'll have a lot of time to do that over the summer. I think so.
You know what else I think about? When I was younger, you know, our parents were just like, well, at least my mom, she was always like trying to style me.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And I think that's normal probably. Mm-hmm. And, you know, she would get me like these really cute puffers. And I was always so embarrassed to wear them because they're so like, like I look too big.
But now I would do anything for a puffer.
Dude, I saw this like huge, I think we were in Vegas. Mm-hmm. And there was this huge puffer like this big, I swear to you. And I was like, dude, I need that.
I want that. There's this one coworker I have. Uh-huh. She dresses so cute.
Really?
Like, she's very professional dressing, but the biggest red puffer. She's literally just walking like this.
Like an igloo.
Yes. Uh-huh. And I'm just like, wow, she must be so comfy. Oh my God.
And she is.
She is. I'm so jealous. Welcome to another book chat.
Welcome to another book chat. We enjoyed it so much that we were like, you know what? Let's keep the conversation going.
I think that this is kind of nice. This is like a nice break for us where we're still producing content, but
we're still kind of talking about books.
Yes, but we're not pushing ourselves to read an ungodly amount of books in such a short amount of time. Mm-hmm. I don't know how we did it before, but we're survivors and we're here when it comes to that.
Yeah.
Do you think another book chat with your best friends can fix your life?
Yes.
Welcome to the Book Fix Podcast, a podcast that fixes lives one chat at a time. Mm-hmm. I'm your host, Cheli.
And I'm your host, Yajaira.
And today we're just chatting.
We're just talking. Just two girls.
Yeah.
Two girls, two hearts, two mics.
I've missed you. I feel like we've been seeing each other more often.
Oh my God, I know. I love it.
But I feel like when we see each other more often, I miss you more. Does it feel the same? You're like, I don't want to.
Wait, that is so sweet. It's because you see me more, so you remember me.
I remember. Say you'll remember me.
No, not Taylor Swift. She'll come.
I know.
Just kidding, Taylor, please.
We sounded nothing like it. We were so good. We were
too good. She's shaking right now.
I feel like we've been filming a lot more often.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think we missed those times when we were not struggling and not doing like things super last minute.
Oh,
so we're trying to be a little bit ahead. And I think it's nice.
Hopefully is really we can nice.
Keep it going.
You know what's something that I think is kind of funny? When we first started this podcast back in 2021, before we started, pre-book fix, pre-story and things, our last title, you and I sat on a phone call and we were like, okay, we want to start a podcast. What do we need? And the first thing we said was mics. So we were looking up mics and we like added it to our list. And then you said, well, we need a camera. And do you remember I told you I never want to be on camera? That's crazy because I can't imagine this not having a video version.
You wanted to do like audio only or have like something over, you know?
Or like, yes. How did I say it? I said that I wanted like drawings to represent us.
Oh,
you remember that?
Okay, yeah. I thought you were going to have like a mask on or something, like a fox, you know?
Oh my God. I love that for me. Can't imagine.
I can't imagine it either. I feel like I love this, you know, like having this moment.
I tend to look back at our episodes a lot.
Me too, where I'm like, damn, we were so young.
Yeah. And I will say, It's more so now. I feel like it's like banger after banger, in my opinion.
No, I agree.
I think we're funny.
In my opinion, I think sometimes we're funny.
It's funny because watching back our old episodes when I really need to scare myself straight.
Oh my god.
I feel like one thing I like to see is the fact that you and I were funny but didn't know how to mesh it. You know what I mean? Like we didn't know how to match our energy.
Yeah.
So it would be very much like you and I were having two different conversations, or we were having the same conversation, but one of us tried to keep it serious and the other one tried to keep it lighthearted. And it would switch on who was who. But I just think about how sometimes now we finish each other's jokes. Because
we're like
I know, yes. And then even that one joke that you and I made where it was like, the mom meet dad joke. Do you remember that?
Which one was that one?
Oh my gosh. It was
Mom meet dad?
Was it our Dream Harbor episode? It was one where like, oh no, it was our episode for the Danielle Jensen book. Do you remember?
Oh, Fate Inked in Blood?
Yes, where it was like, mom meet dad, because they didn't know who the dad was.
Yeah.
Dude, I think about the fact that you looked at me and you can see it in your eye the moment you knew what joke I was gonna say.
Yeah, I was like, sometimes I'm thinking of a joke and then you'll say it and then I'm like, why did you say it?
Oh my god. But I think we're getting better at that. I think we're getting better at being quick with it. Because back then we were too paranoid that there had to be a structure to the way we did things. But I feel like the way we do it now feels right.
Yeah, I mean, we don't have a structure. We've never had a script or anything, but it did feel like more scripted. Like the way that we were doing things or talking about
Chapter 1, Chapter 2, Chapter 3.
Yeah, like we were going like in order of everything that happened and it felt too rigid, you know? So I love that we're kind of just like, whatever.
I will say though, with how we do it now, sometimes there are moments where I'm driving back to my house in my car and I'm just like, oh my god, I didn't mention the one thing I wanted to mention.
I've had those moments too, but then I'll literally forget. Like I won't even remember to tell you.
Yes.
And then I'll just be like, oh, there was something I wanted to say. Nah, whatever.
No, I go back home and I'm like, darn it, I didn't bring up the one thing. Like we recently filmed
Strawberry Patch Pancake House.
Yes. I wanted to bring up the fact that they brought up the Duke and I.
Oh my
god! And I didn't bring it up.
I forgot too.
Yes.
And I was like, oh my god.
And I even wrote it in my notes. I wrote Duke and I mentioned.
Shout out Julie Quinn.
Means so much to us.
Yeah.
Our beginnings.
Well,
our first episode, not really, but really.
It was the first episode we filmed and we had to refilm that so many times because everything was going wrong.
Everything was going wrong.
So then our first episode is actually Shadow and Bone, but we filmed the Duke and I first.
How did you feel the first time we ever filmed?
I was like, oh, I'm nervous.
It was kind of, because my cousin was sitting right behind the camera. So I was just kind of like, this is weird. I kind of like that it's just us.
Yeah, just you and me. No one else here.
Do you think you would ever want an audience? Yet. Oh, yeah. We need a manager.
We need a light person. We need a sound person, a camera person.
In the future, not anytime soon, I think it would be nice to have a studio where we would do this.
Yeah, that would be nice. I would like that too. Just like have like a designated spot where we could just go wild.
It was funny because I've been looking up places to move to. I feel like I'm always moving, but I've been looking up places to move to.
If you look back at all of our episodes,
I swear I'm not moving that much. But while I was looking it up, I got one that looked so cute. But it said, because it was a studio and it was so cheap, and I was like, this is so nice. But then it said not for living purposes. And I'm like, what do you mean? What am I supposed to do in there? Just hang out? Yeah. And then it occurred to me, I was like, oh, yeah, that's where, if we ever did, we could do that for like a podcast.
Well, some people also like rent, like that. Like they would rent out a studio for that.
Yeah, it was so nice, dude.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it was so nice.
That would be kind of cool.
That would be kind of cool. This wouldn't have to continuously be put up and put down in different places.
All this hard work.
This came out so good.
Yeah, we're keeping it for another 5 years, okay?
What flowers should we put up?
I don't know.
Can I suggest Forget-Me-Nots? Because Lauren Roberts took my favorite flower and did nothing with it.
They were Forget-Me-Nots?
Yes, for Forget-Me-Nots. Oh my god, you don't even know how strongly I feel about that.
I remember it because it was the bouquet. The Forget-Me-Nots and the poppies.
Can you hold this? And can I read you my favorite Lauren Roberts quote?
Yes.
Just so she raked it in the mud. Okay, wait, hold on.
Where's she raked it?
She raked it in the mud because it was so important to me. And then she
raked it in the mud?
Raked it in the mud. Is that the saying?
She raked it?
As in, like, she did nothing with it.
Is that a saying?
What the frick is it?
God. What if I just, like, accidentally, like, oh.
Dude, I'd be totally.
I thought it was my...
They were Forget-Me-Nots because of that one story, the knight story, where, like, don't forget the knight. So he gives them flowers to the princess because you could remember who I was to you, basically. Mm-hmm. That's the story behind it. Mm-hmm. They're an invasive species to California, by the way. But I love them. I'll keep them in hiding at my house. The FBI comes.
They're just in your house. Nowhere else.
There's a line from Powerless where Kai says, I don't give a damn if you forget who I am in title so long as you remember who I am to you. First, those books were good.
They have good lines.
They have really good lines. I wonder if authors are like at a Denny's and just like eating. Grab a napkin. I just thought of one.
This has to be in the story. I'm sure they do.
Do you have lines that you're like, I'm going to use that one day?
Sometimes, yeah. I'll just write it in like a notes app. But then I'll forget about it, to be honest.
I have one line written in a notes app.
Really?
Yeah, but I'm going to save that one.
No, I know.
That one's for me.
I'm not going to ask you on camera.
That one's for me because I don't know where to use it. But it's so good.
You'll find it.
You'll
find a spot for it.
Mm-hmm. I recently posted a TikTok where I said, does anyone have any quotes that have wrecked you? Mm-hmm. And I posted a quote from a book I really liked. It was from...
They Both Die at the End.
Yes. No one has quotes.
By Adam Silvera.
Yeah, no one has quotes. There was someone who commented, like, I never really save quotes from books I like. It's like, how do you not do that? Really? I feel like I do that all the time.
You do. I don't.
I screenshot them and have them in a folder in my phone.
Really?
Yeah.
I should do that. Because obviously,
like, that you don't.
Because obviously, there are some lines that I really like, but then I just forget them. I don't know.
I have lines that stick with me.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Mm. Like that Powerless line. That one sticks with me.
No, that one's good. You really like that one line
from Dragon's Bride.
That was your bio for a while. No, it was from Divine Rivals, I think.
No, it was from The Bridge Kingdom.
Oh, what was it?
Oh my God, what was it? It was the line. There was 2 parts. It came up in one part, and then chapters passed, and it came up again. What was it? This is gonna bother me.
Uh-oh.
Yes.
I thought it was still your bio.
No, I changed it. Oh. Changed it to swords. She's a fantasy girly now. I think it's a strike true. I can't think of the line, but I remember. If I read the line again, I'll know it.
Really?
Yes.
From the Bridge Kingdom?
Mm-hmm. I even know the format of the paragraph it was in. Oh. It was nothing to you and it was everything. That was the quote.
That was your quote, yeah.
It was nothing to her, but it was everything. Mm-hmm. Oh my God. Dude, I feel like I've been more emotional lately.
What's going on? Should we have a therapy session?
Okay.
Let's change up the premise.
What should I talk about? I'm good.
Yeah. I think it's good to have emotional moments though, because like it almost feels like te desahogas. What is that? How do you say that in English? You just no.
Yeah, you're like you're no longer drowning.
You get it out.
Yes.
Of you.
Yes.
So I feel like that's good. Because I have moments too where I'll just be like so emotional. Like.
Mm-hmm. But it's funny because I have to be on most of the time. So I think reading is the only time where I could just react. Mm-hmm. And I think that's why I cry so much. I even cry in things where I'm kind of like, why am I crying? It's not that sad. I mean, look at us. We read 3 books recently and all of them made me cry.
That's so... No, 4.
4? Oh, you're right. Oh my God. She isn't stopping. I'm surprised I haven't cried in an episode, but I'm also trying not to because I don't look cute when I cry.
I get it, dude. To cry on camera, that's so vulnerable. That's too vulnerable. I'm not ready for that yet.
I remember there was this one time where we were going to film an episode and I told you you were like setting up the camera. I was like, I think I'm about to have a breakdown. Do you remember that? It was like way when we were in the room and we had our background. And it was a hot day. So it was during the summer. And I just randomly said it. I was like, I think I'm about to have a breakdown. And you stopped setting up and you were like, do you need a moment? And I was like, no, I'll just power through.
Oh
I'll just power through. But it's just because sometimes I just need to feel.
Yeah.
And then I'm good.
You just need to feel your feelings.
Yeah.
But you're right, though. Like, you're such a busy person that I'm sure you don't really get chances to, like, desahogarte, to, like, get it out of your system. So maybe that's why these books have been hitting you harder.
Maybe. Because I feel like although our podcast hasn't had a break in a while, I feel like recently we've been reading. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think that's why these are hitting more. And I think from now on, they're all going to hit more.
Yeah. Well, we'll see.
I hope so. But yeah, sometimes you just got to feel. And that's me every single car ride home. Oh my God.
Oh, yeah.
It's so funny because my commutes are literally like bumper to bumper, not moving traffic. And the craziest stuff will be happening in the audiobook. And I just imagine my windows up. I'm holding my steering wheel and I'm screaming. And the people next to me are like,
is she good?
Is she good? Oh no, she's just listening to the Shatter Me series. Me during Ignite Me, I was losing it. Oh my God.
I wish I could have seen it. I mean, I did really like the reel you made about it where you were like, bah! Where you were just like reacting.
That's only 2% of my ability.
Whatever she was saying.
Yeah. That's me all the time. You're so sweet to me.
You are so funny.
I'm working on it. I think that I'm funny to you. I think that I'm funny situationally. I need something to work off of. I can't be funny with just like me standing there.
Like stand
you put me, you put me in a comedy special and nothing's happening.
I think you would kill it.
Thank you.
I think you would just come up with something. Come up with a routine.
I think it helps that we talk about books because I could just add
something funny to it.
Yeah, and that's all we do.
Yeah. So, I have a question for you.
Yes.
Book related. Okay. Or, I mean, it could be anything, I guess, like any media you've seen. Do you think that there's ever been an ending where you feel like it went too far? Where you were like, ooh, that was not a good end. Like, what's the message kind of vibe?
Oh, that's a good question. It went too far. Wait, let me sit with this for a bit. I do have one.
I have one, but I don't want to give any spoilers in this episode. So if you're interested in spoilers, go listen to our book review.
I think I have one. Yeah, go ahead.
For me, I do think that it could have gone further. Like it could have been worse. Mm-hmm. But the way that it ended just made me feel so like, ooh, like just gross, you know? So the first one that comes to my mind is Incidents Around the House by Josh.
My God. That one's so scary.
Mallerman?
Yes. That's the one where they're stuck in the bathroom, right?
No.
That
one is good too. But no, I'm thinking of the one where it's a little girl who has like an imaginary mom.
Oh, mama?
Well, she has a mom, but like she also has an imaginary.
Oh, second mommy.
Second mommy, yeah. Other mommy.
I was thinking of Daddo.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That one it could have been a lot worse, but it was scary.
But I still feel like that ending was like, okay.
Yes.
I don't want to say too much.
Without spoiling, what was the one I was talking about? I remember the cover.
Oh, you were thinking of
We Need to Do Something by Max Booth III. So that book, I felt like it just never got better.
Mm-hmm.
And to give the premise and no spoilers, there's a hurricane that happens and a family of 4 gets trapped in their bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
And when the hurricane is over, they can't get out of their bathroom.
Like something fell and blocked the door.
Yes. I felt so scared when that book was over. Because I feel like trapped room mysteries, those can just be anything.
Mm-hmm.
And that the Schrodinger's box, is that what it's called? Where it's like you don't know what's out there, so how can you say you know what it is?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Type of situation.
Because they were all like things were like happening around them that you weren't like sure.
Yes. So you could really only trust the narrations of those inside.
Mm-hmm.
But how are you so sure that what they're saying is true?
Yeah.
You know, the unreliable narrator. That book, I felt like it went too far because I would have liked to know.
Mm-hmm.
But we never will.
But then also that one had such a like open ending.
Yes, it did.
That it's kind of like infuriating.
Mm-hmm.
I do have another one in mind, but it's not a book. It's a movie.
Which one?
It's called The Woman in the Yard.
I don't think I ever saw that.
It's like relatively new. And I'll give you the premise. So basically it's about a widow mom who is taking care of 2 kids. And then she's very like sad. Mm-hmm. But then all of a sudden, like there's this like woman in the yard, you know, like she's kind of just like sitting there. And she has like a black veil and it's like very scary. And so like the woman in the yard.
You don't want to spoil?
I'll spoil it, but like I'll give you like a warning first before.
Okay.
So basically there's like scenes in the movie where you can tell reality and you can tell what's not real because things are mirrored. So the woman in the yard will kind of like show her what her life could be. But everything is like the words are mirrored, right?
Oh.
So you can tell that it's not real. And so in these scenarios, like she'll see her husband and, you know, like she's happy and whatever. And so at the end of the movie, and if you don't want to be spoiled, skip 3 minutes. You know what? Skip 5 minutes. Because I am curious to know like how you, like what you think about it.
Okay.
So at the end of the film, there's kind of like a showdown between her and the woman in the yard. And it's kind of like, there's a really sad scene where the woman tells her, you pray, but what are you praying for? And the lady's like, for strength. And she's the strength to move on. And the woman in the yard is like, no, you're praying for the strength to end it. Because she's so depressed, right? And so at the end of the film, she gets like a rifle.
Yeah.
And kind of like points it, you know, in a way where it could end her life. And then at the end, you see her kids, they kind of like run back. And then she goes down. She's like hugging them. A dog comes in because like they had a dog, but then it was like MIA for a while. Yeah. And then they walk back into the house and like the lights are coming back on and like everything's like seeming like too perfect, right? And then there's like a portrait and the mom's signature is mirrored.
So it didn't end.
So she ended her life.
She ended her life, but things got better.
Because this is like her perfect reality, right? So like she's dead at the end of it.
But and by her choice?
I felt like it was more so like she was coerced, and like she wasn't like a good mom because she was grieving, and you know like she would have outbursts with her kids. Like it just felt kind of like, what is the message here? Yeah. And people got, this movie has a lot of controversy because, you know, people who are dealing with depression, there was a scene where she tells the woman in the yard like, well, my kids though, like my kids, like in that last showdown. And the woman in the yard shows her like, she kind of like lights a flame, and she shows like her kids being happy, like they grow up and they're super happy
without the mom,
right? It's almost like telling her like, you know what, they'll be better without you here.
That's crazy. I could see why the controversy.
Yeah, exactly. So to me, I felt like this kind of like went too far, because it's like, you know, people who are depressed, like they'll see this movie and then they'll be like, so I'm right.
So what was the point?
Yeah. So I'm right. Like they'll be good then.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yes. That is too far.
I think so too.
That's what I felt with Fearless by Lauren Roberts.
Yeah.
When the two characters that I'm not going to say met their end, it kind of felt like that was the only way for them to get peace.
It was like the only way for them to be like redeemed, I guess, or not.
Which it shouldn't have been.
Yeah.
That's such a weird... Now I feel like I need to watch it.
Yeah.
That's so crazy. Dang.
It definitely felt icky.
Is there a book that we have read? I'm thinking of horror now because of everything you're saying, that you think should be made into a movie, but from our spooky editions?
I really like The Devil Takes You Home by Gabino. Gabino.
That was the one where he had to join the mafiosos, right?
So his daughter was battling cancer, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And so he needed the money, and he ended up mixing himself in like a life of crime.
Yeah.
And it happened pretty early on, so I don't think it's a spoiler, but his daughter dies, but he's kind of just like in this life now.
Because he was in it and now he has to continue.
Yeah. So I feel like that one would be a really good movie.
Yeah.
I think it would be spooky. You know what I mean? Like there's certain parts of it they could do really well.
One book that I feel like would be such a good horror movie is Confessions by Kanae Minato.
Dude, that one was so good. That would be a good like series.
Because every
episode
you're right.
would be like, a new plot twist. You know what I mean?
And it could also be like through the perspectives of the characters that you think it might be. I think that one's good. I really like following stories like where a character goes down into madness, because I like seeing like their thoughts like change. Oh, that one would be so good.
That would be so good.
Which was the one? I feel like it... Oh, Monstrillo.
Oh, yeah.
That book was so good.
That would be such a good movie.
Can you explain it without...
Monstrillo was basically about two parents who lost their son.
By Gerardo Samano Cordova.
Yeah, they lost their son, and the mom kept like a organ of her son's and put it in a jar, and it ended up turning into something, you know, like a being of some sort.
I love the second cover.
Oh my god,
that's crazy.
That's literally the sludge in the jar.
The heart. That's what I was thinking of. No, yeah, it was crazy because her son passed because he had bad lungs. So she cut a piece of his lung out.
Oh yeah, she did.
Oh my gosh. And she would feed it caldo. Do you remember that?
I do remember that. I mean, the caldo, we eat that
one makes sense.
We eat that when we're sick, so.
Breakfast, lunch, dinner, caldo. No, that one would be an amazing
Hidden
movie. Pictures
would be really good.
Oh my god. I want to reread that.
Jason Rekulak?
Yes.
I think.
I listened to the audiobook, but you told me that one was better read.
Yeah, because it has the pictures. I don't think they explain the pictures, huh?
No.
Probably not.
You know what would be a good one? I think it'd be a better series, though. Episode 13 by Craig D. Louis.
Yeah.
That was one of the best things we've ever read.
That one was like one of my favorite horror books that we talked about.
That was it was a ghost. It was based off of a ghost TV show that was about to get canceled, and they had their last episode 13, that was going to be what makes or breaks them if they were going to get another season.
Yeah.
And the main character, he totally believes in ghosts, but his wife does not.
She's like a total like science person, very skeptic.
Yes, but they go to one of the most haunted places to film their last episode.
That was so good.
Such
a good audiobook. Honestly, I think that was the first audiobook that I was like, oh my god, this is art. This is cinema.
I recommended it to a friend of mine at work, and they read it, and they were like, I don't know, it wasn't scary. And I'm like, no, you don't get it.
But that's not the point.
It's so good, though.
It's too
Whatever.
good. Some people don't understand art, and that's okay.
Yep.
We don't judge here.
What's a book that we read that you wish we would have DNF'd? We don't really DNF books.
The What a Match one.
Oh, the 100% match by
Oh my god! I'm mixing with the other with the wrong title. There is one that's called What a Match.
Yes, it was the romance one.
But I love that you knew which one I was thinking.
Because I remembered the face.
100%
I don't want to look at it.
Match?
By Patrick C. Harrison III. People usually call him PCH3. Oh my god, that book was disgusting.
That book was disgusting. Honestly, I don't know how I didn't DNF it. I was so grossed out the entire time.
Oh, you know what?
And uncomfortable.
What was that one book we read? I loved it, and I think it should be a movie. It was the zombie book, but you didn't like it because one of the characters was unfaithful.
Oh my god.
We read it on
Elegy of the Undead?
That book is so good.
No.
I love that book. I love that.
I don't think it was.
It wasn't
that good. It was alright.
It was so good.
It was alright.
I think about that book a lot.
Really? I don't.
Ever. Is there a book that we read that you wish I liked more?
Is that your answer for me?
Yes. Every single day, I hope that you text me like, you know what this cool thing about Angels Before Man is? But you never do. And I'm still waiting.
I love that book.
You know what? I just want to talk about it every day.
That was such a good book. You were really nervous that I wasn't going to like that one.
Because you said you don't like sad things.
I don't like sad books. Sad books, sad movies, sad anything. I don't really like it.
I get it.
I can do sad songs because it's short.
Ripping off a Band-Aid.
What do I wish you would have liked more?
I usually like what you recommend.
I can't really think of something. I remember that I really wanted you to like Shatter Me. And you did not like the second one that much. So that was kind of like hurtful to me. But also like, I get it, you know?
Third one was so good though.
Third one was banger. I can't think of anything.
I really wanted you to like Powerless. And I wanted us to be in this ignorance is bliss type moment together. We're like kicking our feet and talking about Kai.
Yeah. Talking about love.
Yeah.
Well, maybe the next one.
Has there ever been a book we talked about where you felt like you were going to cry?
Well, I cried for Say You'll Remember Me.
No, but like during the episode where you were like, oh, this is going to be emotional talk.
Oh.
Me, Sunrise of the Reaping. That was the only one that drove me close.
When we talked about Under the Whispering Door, because we were reading it like at the same time.
Oh yeah.
But we were in separate rooms, and I was crying, and I think you were crying too in the other room. So I did kind of think like, oh my god, are we gonna be emotional while we talk about it? But we weren't.
Dang.
So
that was a good one.
That one was a really good one. I can't really think of another one. I mean, we don't really read like really sad books. Like,
are we gonna?
No.
I've always wanted to read the one with the crying guy in the front. That everyone always...
Little Life?
Yeah. Little Life? Is that what it's called? I want to read that one.
I don't want to.
I like being sad. There's something cathartic about it.
Doesn't worry you?
To be sad? No, I think it's good to feel your emotions. To know that you can still feel...
I get sad a lot, but I don't like it when I'm sad.
I'm sorry. I get emotional often. I remember... Whoa, story time.
Story time.
It's good now. Please don't read into what I'm about to say. At my last job, I used to cry almost every single day. It was very tough on me.
Yeah.
And it was nothing with my job. There was just a lot going on. Like I said, don't read into it. It was a lot of me going on at that time. But I remember having to tell the ones that I would work with, like, it's totally okay and normal to cry because it just shows that I care a lot. So just please understand that. And that's something that I live by now. So sometimes even now, there was a moment where I talked to my boss and she brought up something that kind of triggered me. And I started crying while I was talking to her. And she went over to comfort me. And I was like, no, it's okay. It just shows that I care. Like, I'm fine. Don't worry about it.
Aw, you're so mature.
Well, I hope so.
Oh my God, I love you.
Yeah,
I love that.
Yeah. I try to be.
But that's good though, because I feel like for me, if I feel like oh my God, I'm gonna cry, like I always like apologize because I'm just like, I don't want you to deal with this, you know, you know what I mean? Not that I feel bad for crying. It's more so like I feel bad that you might feel bad that I'm crying. But to me, I'm just like I feel like for a minute there, I was overly emotional. Like honestly, like there were some nights where I would just cry. And I don't know why. Like nothing was really happening in my life that, you know, was making me cry. I was just emotional. But I agree with you. I feel like that's a really good way of putting it. It's like, oh, don't worry. Like I'm just feeling a lot. I'm just feeling. Like that's okay.
Because someone taught me that last year and I took that to heart. And I remember there was this one really, really hard day at work, but I still had to go to work. I can't just be like, I'm too sad.
Too sad, can't go.
I know. So I remember going, and as soon as my kids walked in, I was a mess. Aww, I was a mess.
Really?
And they looked at me and they were just kind of like, are you okay? And I had to like address it, obviously. And because every morning we would start by watching the news for 10 minutes. But before I started that, I just let them know, like, it's totally normal to have bad days. And I just want to let you know, like, I don't need you all to rush over to me and hug me. But if when I walk by, just smile, that's totally fine.
Yeah.
Because it shows to me that you're understanding where I'm coming from. And that was kind of it.
Aw, but they were worried, huh?
Yeah, they were really worried.
Aww.
But it was out of their control. And I don't want to make it seem like the whole time I was like, you know, I just had like every once in a while I would just get a little emotional and I had to be like, okay, you guys are working for a bit. I'm going to go step back.
Yeah. And I feel like you're so good at like compartmentalizing.
I have to be.
No, that's why. Because of your job like requires it. You know what I mean? And you work so much. So I feel like you're like, okay, focus on this. I'll deal with that later.
Dude, it's funny because my sister says she doesn't know how I do it. How I'll literally get up and I'm like, okay, I'm just going to sit here and read for 4 hours. And then I'm going to go grade for 2 hours. And then I'm going to like chill for 20 minutes. And then I'm going to go to like,
You're really good at scheduling.
I have to be.
I know you have to.
I know, but it's but like thanks to that, I feel like I'm at a good place with it.
Yeah.
So.
But like, I understand like some people have to also, but they don't.
Oh, I guess that's true. Yeah.
They're just like, later.
Yeah. I don't know. I think it's healthy to cry. I think it's healthy. And I don't think people should feel bad for feeling.
For feeling?
Yeah.
No, I agree with
you.
There was this one time when, I don't even remember why, but there was one time that I was working at a retail store and I was like on my lunch, or it must have been my lunch because it had to have been like long enough, right? And I was like pent up, like, oh my God, like I just have so many feelings, right? So as soon as I got into the break room, I started bawling my eyes out. And I knew that nobody was going to have a break or a lunch at the same time as me. Tell me why my manager pops in, sees me, and then he's like, because I was like ugly crying, you know? And he was like, oh, I'm sorry. And then he just leaves. He's just like, I'm not dealing with this.
That's so funny. Oh my, I remember when that happened because you told me about it and you were like, mess with my flow.
He messed with my feelings.
Oh my God, I do remember that.
But yeah, sometimes it's good to cry.
Yeah.
Let it out.
What's that one saying? You're allowed to feel your emotions, but you need to be able to control your behaviors.
That's your quote.
Yeah. Well, it's not mine, but I repeat it a lot. Thank you. I actually came up with it.
TM. Don't steal it.
I'm kidding. Don't sue me. Yeah.
I was going to sue you.
I don't know. A teacher out there.
A teacher's watching this like, hold on.
I thought this was the book fix.
Oh my God. Okay.
Do you like our name?
I love our name.
You think so?
I think the book fix is so us.
The book fix. Yeah, isn't it crazy? I remember when we first switched it, I was really sad about it.
Really? But I feel like it was good because in the beginning we wanted to focus a lot on just like stories in general. Like
story and things.
It was literally just stories.
It was just stories.
And so we wanted to focus on like books, TV, and movies. But then after a while, I think we were both kind of like, we should just focus on books.
You remember our what is it called? Our headline, I guess, or our quote that we would say is like, welcome to Story and Things, where we talk about story and other things pertaining to story. That was so not catchy. I hated it because we kept going. And for this, it just feels like short and sweet. Though we fix lives one book at a time.
And it's true. We do fix lives.
We do. Every single day. We're getting thank you emails.
Over and over. They're just
I broke my leg and now it's healed.
Now it's healed because of the book fix.
I know.
Oh my God. Who's been your favorite love interest?
That's so hard.
It's not that hard.
That's so hard.
That's not hard. Okay, you can say a couple. Who's the first to come into your mind?
I'm always thinking about Rain. I'm always thinking about
Rain. Besides Rain from Serpent and the Wings of Night by Carissa Bradman.
Who's my favorite love interest?
He's good though.
I don't know. This is hard.
Kit.
Oh, he was so good. Yeah. Kit from Divine Rivals by Rebecca Ross. Mm-hmm. He was really good, but I was going to say, oh my gosh, you took him out of my mind. Hold on. He's coming back. Prince Finn from These Hollow Vows.
Oh, he's so good.
Do you remember when we read Neon Gods?
By Katie Robert? Yeah.
I kind of fuck with that Hades. Kind of.
No, you don't.
No, I didn't before.
No,
you need to know that when you sit with a book, when you sit with a book, it changes.
I
hated when we read it, and now looking at the things we've read, there have been far worse things we've read.
Okay, listen to anyone who's listening out there.
Go ahead.
Cheli and I have talked about possibly doing one of this, like sitting down, talking about like reminiscing on the past. And you brought up going through the books that we've talked about and seeing if we still feel the same.
And I don't.
Whatever the rating was, then do we still rate it the same thing?
I don't.
I feel like
I'm such a mood person.
Such a switch.
Is that wrong?
Switching.
Is it wrong?
Is it wrong? You're gonna tell me that I'm wrong?
I came down in a bubble.
In a bubble. I don't think it's wrong.
I think I'm just it depends on my mood. I'm sorry. I think if I gave something a 1, I don't think I could come back from a 1. I don't know, maybe.
I mean, maybe. I think for me, if I gave something like a 3, and if I look at it again, I'd probably be like, nah, 1, because I don't care.
Really?
Because I don't really care about it anymore. It's like, whatever.
Yeah.
So you would go from 1 to 5.
1 to 5.
I'd be the opposite. 4 to 1. I don't care.
No. I feel so bad.
Aww. 5's for everybody.
I know. Everyone can have a slice of 5. No, I just have so much love in my heart.
Oh, that's cute.
Thank you.
That's good. That's good. This year, you have given less 5s. Last year, you were just like, you get a 5 and you get a 5.
It's because we read so many bangers.
Yeah, and we read more, so.
We did read more. We're reading less now, but I feel like just recently we've been reading 5s.
Mm-hmm.
They've all been so good.
We have been reading bangers.
You know what's funny? Sometimes I get kind of emotional thinking about the fact that if any of you have read Harry Potter, there's this moment in Harry Potter where he,
you know who.
Where he ends up with his love interest, and he tells her, oh my gosh, we've known each other and we have just so much wasted time between us. Like we could have been together for years and we were never together. That's how I feel like when I don't when I'm barely reading a book now that came out years ago.
Oh my God, I feel that too.
Oh, I feel so bad because I'm like, why didn't I read this before?
Why did I waste so much time? Yes.
I feel that
You know
way.
that she regrets who he ended up
Don't
with?
even get me started on that lady. That's so dumb. That is so dumb.
She had said that the only reason she put certain couples together because like a friend told her, like as a like a my friend wants it, so whatever.
Oh my God. One thing that annoys me that I don't think authors should do.
What?
If you release something, don't change up the ending. Don't, because when that book released, after the couples ended up with who they end up with, she released a comment like, oh, by the way, Hermione and Ron, they're going to get a divorce eventually.
Oh, you told me.
Why would you say that?
I forgot that happened.
Me, as a child who just finished reading this for the 10th time, I was in love with those books.
She probably would make like some sort of epilogue, just make that happen, you know?
Oh, well, there's that. She said the whole Dumbledore being gay, even though it was never
in the text.
Yes. There was.
I don't remember what I have seen what she said, but I don't really.
There were so many. Those were the two biggest ones. But I hate it. I hate it so much. I loved Harry Potter though. That was my gateway book.
Gateway.
The one that got me super into reading at a young age.
I kind of want to read it because I saw Kathleen Lights talking about it, and she's literally like the same as me, where she was like, oh, I just thought it was so fun to hate it, you know? And so she started reading it and she was like crying and she was like, you guys don't understand. It's not, these things are not even in the movies.
They're not. It's so well written. And it sucks that she's a horrible woman. Oh my God, did I tell you I went to go see TJ Klune for his new book for the second of the Cerulean Sea? And he told me that, well, he didn't tell me. Imagine, he sits me down doing each other's nails. He told the audience.
Wouldn't that be something?
Oh my God, I'd be freaking out.
What if
he
was like, you want to interview me?
I'd be honored. Me with a mic. Can I put this on you? Can I?
Is it okay if I'm this close? Tell me to back away if you want me to.
He told the audience that the main antagonist of that book is named this person. And then everyone was just kind of quiet. And he was like, y'all don't see a resemblance? The name, it was like JR something. My arch nemesis, J.K. Rowling. And then he was like, and y'all ask, what do you want to do with your life, TJ Klune? What are you going to do? What's the purpose? Me? I want to be the biggest J.K. Rowling hater.
Really?
I thought it was funny. What? He said, like, when people look up his name, he wants it to be, like, you would know immediately he hates J.K. Rowling.
Oh, my God. Why?
And I was like, I don't know. Why? But I just thought it was he has so much hatred for that woman.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
You know what's another tidbit? I love TJ Klune. He named himself TJ Klune because Klune was the last name of his stepdad, who was incredibly homophobic. So he's like, so how does it feel seeing that when people look up your name, it's just gay books?
Oh my God, that's iconic behavior. Wait, I kind of stand him for that. What the heck?
But I just thought about that because I thought that was so funny.
That is so funny. I feel like I would be too scared. I don't know. She's got a lot of money. I'm sure she has a lot of power behind all the cash.
I feel like she does too. And she has so many supporters. I think, because I used to consider, did I want kids to read J.K. Rowling books if she's not a great person? But I feel like Harry Potter is such a good start for people who are getting into reading.
Yeah. I mean, I get it. A lot of people love it. And a lot of people were like raised on it, you know?
Yep.
So I understand.
I think they were well done, sadly.
Damn it!
I would read it again.
Yeah?
Yeah, I don't have any time, but I would read it again. What if we did Harry Potter on the podcast?
Oh my God. That would be crazy.
We could.
We could do the book and then the movie.
We don't even have to buy it. I'm pretty sure we could, by not supporting, I'm pretty sure if we go to a random garage sale, we can get it for 25 cents.
I'm sure that Libby, I could find it on there. No way. Yeah. It's like...
I think I still have my original 7.
Oh, wait, my brother has them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I still have, I don't have the 7th book.
No.
You remember what happened to it?
No, what happened?
It became one of these.
Oh, you're right. I forgot.
But that book got, like, weathered down. So it's fine. I don't miss her. No, trust me. I don't miss her.
I think about her every day.
That's what happened to the 7th one. But that one, we got on release day. Because I went with my brother to go wait in line. That's when Walden's bookstore still existed.
I don't know what that is. Exactly.
That was a good bookstore.
Really?
It was rivaled with Barnes and Noble's.
Well, we know who won.
That's so funny. I think we should. I think that would be so fun. Oh, okay, wait. This is behind the scenes. If anyone watches this part specifically,
right?
Clip it. I know that we're planning on doing a Hunger Games on Tuesdays, but watch the Hunger Game movies on Thursdays. That's such a good idea.
I love that idea.
Who else can be as innovative as us? I think we should do the same thing with Harry Potter.
We should.
You haven't watched the movies.
I haven't. Well, I've seen the first one and the last one.
Why would you do that?
I didn't do it on purpose. I didn't do it on purpose. Somebody was playing it, the last one, which I didn't know was the last one until the end. Somebody was playing it on like some sort of trip. You know how sometimes they play movies in the bus? So they were playing that one, and I didn't know it was the last one until...
Was it part 1 or part 2?
I think it was part 2.
Oh my God.
Because it had like a conclusion.
Do you remember?
I remember parts, but not...
You don't know Voldy.
Do I know Voldy? Oh, I'm familiar with Voldy. Fondly.
I think. Would you be down?
I'm down. I'm so down.
Dude, there needs to be more weeks in the year.
Just because I feel like this is such a good idea.
Yes, isn't it? Oh my God. I would be so down. Oh my gosh. I'm excited. This is it.
We get canceled?
Yeah. No, I know. Well, I mean, freaking Keanu Lewis.
Cute.
The TikToker, content influencer.
Oh, yes.
She's been crying about these books for weeks.
Oh, you're right.
Someone check up on her. Those books get so sad.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard, but I'm scared.
I think we should. I think that's a good idea. Pin.
Okay, I have another idea.
Okay.
Now that we're talking about, you know what? You're just here for the ride.
Yes, this is what we do when the cameras are off. Except we do it completely reclined, holding each other's heads.
And we're just like... I would love if we incorporated... It doesn't have to be the whole month. Okay. Or a whole month. But I would love it if we at least did 2 summer horror books. Summer camp horror books. Summer horror books.
It would be so cute if we did that and we bring like blankets and everything and it's just
a little flashlight.
A little slumber party.
Oh my God. But it's like daytime.
I know.
We black out the window.
Your husband's like, what are you guys doing?
We're making s'mores. It's like, babe, stop.
I love that from.
Have you seen those little portable like fire pits?
Yes.
The little tiny ones.
We're going to make s'mores in here. The fire alarm goes off.
Just kidding.
We all get your whole like complex gets out and they're like, wait, is that the book thing?
Is that
the book thing? Wait, are you guys filming your Harry Potter episodes?
Oh my God, I'm so excited.
You know, I love our podcast and I really am hoping that we get to do so many cool things with this and we get to engage with so many cool people. I never want to be recognized.
We might one day.
No, don't do that.
One day.
When I went to your wedding, shout out, Yajaira's married. When I went to your wedding and your husband's sister.
My sister-in-law?
Yes. When I shook her hand and I introduced myself, she was like, oh, I know you. The fear I felt in that moment, I'm like, how did I wrong this woman? I was so nervous.
She was like, yeah, I know you.
She's so nice.
Yeah.
But I was so...
You were scared. You were like, oh my God.
Did you see when my face fell? Yeah. I was like, how do you know? What did I do?
She was like, I know you. You're famous.
Oh my gosh. She's so nice.
She's really nice. But I feel like it's going to happen one day. You know, like we're just going to be out in the streets and they're going to be like, the Book Fix podcast.
But it's kind of... Stop. It's just kind of weird though, because like no matter what happens with our podcast, I like the idea that memories of us can be traced back through recordings.
That's so beautiful.
You don't know how much it means.
We can show if we have children or if we just have pets.
Oh.
One or the other.
My cat just watching us. Oh.
She's the biggest stan.
I know.
She's like, play that again.
I think it's nice though to have recordings of moments.
I'm gonna love looking back at these when we're viejitas.
Do you have when we're still filming in the nursing home?
We're still. Yeah.
Did the camera clip off?
Who knows?
What was that sound?
We're gonna have to hire someone to take care of this.
Oh my god, that's crazy.
And by hire, I mean they just volunteer.
I know. The nursing home lady's like, okay, I'm pressing record now.
Okay, and go.
That's crazy. How old do you think we're gonna be? I don't see us stopping.
Freshly 125.
Yeah, that's what I was kind of thinking too. Oh man, we should have said the same number at the same time.
We were so close.
I don't see us stopping this anytime soon.
No, me neither. I feel like we're more and more excited every year.
I know, because we feel like this is the one. But it's nice, you know?
Every time we just find a new, passion for it.
Because we call each other sometimes.
Yeah.
And the call goes from us being 0 to completely 1,000.
Yeah.
We're going to do it this year.
This is my
Go. Any other things you're looking forward to for us to try on our podcast?
I just really like the idea of us having full reign on Thursday. So Cheli and I, we really want to do like a episode where we compare the Red Queen and Powerless, because you haven't read Red Queen, and a lot of people say that that Powerless kind of copied Red Queen a little bit by Victoria Aveyard. Did it? I don't know. Stay tuned.
Yeah.
So I think that would be really fun. So I kind of like that idea of just like being more creative with whatever we do on Thursday.
The last thing that I want to mention that I'm very excited to one day do, I found him. He's in a safe place. Our Mr. Cullen.
Who?
Our statue.
Oh my god.
He's safe. He's safe.
Oh, yes. We've been wanting to do that for years.
There's this thing, without spoiling too much, because I don't want it to be spoiled, because it's such a good idea. You know how the Oscars and the Grammys, they are to showcase throughout the year, like excellence in like movies or excellence in celebrities and singers, whatever. There's excellence in something. We wanted to do that, but with books. And I still have our notes on how we would have planned like a 3-hour episode. And I really hope we get to that. If not this year, next year.
But I feel like we have to do books that are of the year, though.
And I feel like it's something we have to plan from January till the end. We have to start very early. Dang.
I think it would have to be like November to November. You know what I mean? Like that, because then we would film it for December.
That makes sense. Oh my god.
But I would love to. I think that would be a really good idea, and it'd be really fun.
Yeah. Well, I'm very excited for anything to come. I like these book chats.
It's fun, huh?
Yeah, it's just hanging out.
Just hanging out. Hopefully people like them too.
Yeah.
If you have any questions that you want us to answer relating to books.
To relating to anything.
Yeah, but mostly books. But yeah, I mean, sure, go ahead. Then
not anything. You're right. Relating to books. I don't want to get too
comment down below. Imagine they're just like, what's your social security?
I'm good.
There's some questions where I'm like, hold up, back up.
Well, to anyone listening to us in audio form, whether that be Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, or anywhere you get your podcasts on, thank you so much. If you can please leave a rating of 5-star and a review recommending us our next read or our next Thursday episode topic, that would be great.
So if you're looking for an extra way to support us just a little bit more, we do have a Patreon, which you can find at patreon.com/bookfix. But if you don't want something that's monthly, we do have a Ko-fi, which is ko-fi.com/thebookfix, or buymeacoffee.com/thebookfix.
We're also on YouTube, so if you're watching us, thank you so much. If you can like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. We post every Tuesday and Thursday. We just finished the Lauren Roberts Powerless series, so if you want to go watch the Fearless episode that we filmed, it was so good. And I also really like the episode we did on Sunrise of the Reaping.
Oh, yeah.
Please go watch that.
We
it
did
was such a good film.
We kind of did make that one a little short because it was a long day.
And also I was very emotional.
Yeah.
So please go watch that. It was so great. If you want to join our book of the months, reading our book clubs for Fable and Goodreads, please go join our Goodreads and our Fable. You can find our links to those and our links to all of our social medias on our link tree, linktr.ee/thebookfix. Thank you.
But they are just under the Bookfix pod.
Yes, you can find it.
Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Bye. I love that we do this now. It's just like,
when did this become a thing?
I don't know.
I like it too. I don't like the noise.
Oh. Gentle then.
Oh, I love it. And scene.
And quiet. Do you have anything else to say? Anything else you want to get off your chest?
Behind the scenes?
Behind the scenes. To anyone who has made it this far.
I hope that we write a book one day.
My God. If you're still here, please buy it. Please support us. If we get one purchase, I'd be like, I made it.
I know.
That's how you know.
That's it.